Hello, welcome to Authenticity Part 2. I decided to split up the authenticity videos because nobody wants to watch a YouTube video that's over 6 minutes long unless somebody's going to take their shirt off. And I'm really sorry to disappoint, but I am never, ever going to take my shirt off in these videos. And no, I did not change my hair or outfit for this video because it is about the same topic, so I didn't feel like I had to. And also I filmed it on the same day, and also I was too lazy to do that. So last time I decided that J.L. Austin would almost definitely consider my videos to be hollow, but I don't think it's that simple. I don't think that they're quite hollow. I don't think that they're quite performative either. I actually think that they occupy this other space. I think that they're more explorative because the videos themselves are speech acts that aim to explore the self rather than to define it. And that, I think, brings us to fan fiction. Fan fiction, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is a kind of, at times, horrifying corner of the internet where people can compose their own stories from pre-existing material. A lot of scholars have rightly decided to take fan fiction seriously as opposed to kind of relegating it to some sort of like bastard of the internet. Sarah K. Day examines the fan fiction of Twihards, and for those of you who are not 15 in 2007 like me, Twihards are fans of Twilight. Twilight fan fiction, like a lot of fan fiction in which romance is involved, is often almost graphically sexual and a lot of times written by teenagers. But Sarah K. Day does not belittle or scold the teenagers that are writing this fanfiction. Instead, she sees their fanfiction writing as them exploring their own sexual desire. Cecily definitely uses a kind of fanfiction process in order to play out her desires both in the play and in my videos, and her desires in the play and then the videos are definitely a lot more chaste than some of the Twilight fanfiction that's out there, but I think you can still say that she's playing out her desires. In the play, Cecily uses letter writing to explore the fantasy that Ernest is passionately in love with her. And rather than seeing this as the behavior of some sort of crazy stage 5 clinger, I actually think it's kind of a power move on Cecily's part. Because by writing these letters, Cecily is reacting against a courtship system that deliberately, maybe not deliberately, but that certainly disenfranchises her. So by writing the love text herself in my 21st century retelling of the play, Cecily is in charge of her own objectification. She's in command of how the romance will go forward. It's her story, it's her narrative. So essentially, there are going to be no unsolicited pictures of the male anatomy for Cecily. And a lot of female scholars think that the internet is precisely for this. It's precisely for women to kind of be in command of their own commodification. There's no denying that Cecily is being commodified in the Cecily videos. I'm commodifying myself in these videos, and because I play Cecily, I'm also commodifying myself in the Cecily videos. But in my videos and in the Cecily videos, I'm in command of how I'm being commodified, and I'm in command of how Cecily is being commodified. I made a very conscious choice in my videos not to over-sexualize Cecily. I think as an 18-year-old, it wouldn't have been that surprising to a lot of people if Cecily was experimenting with some riskier clothing, like I think a lot of 18-year-olds do, but I really didn't want to do that. Cecily wears a V-neck sweater, I think only once, and other than that, she favors a lot more collared shirts, things that are buttoned up pretty much to the neck, because I didn't want to hypersexualize her. I wanted her to have a safe space where she could explore her romantic interests on her own terms. And while the means of that exploration of desire may not be totally authentic or truthful, I mean the desire I think is authentic, but the means by which of exploration is not authentic. I mean the text messages are written by her to her. I'm not really convinced anymore that authenticity is all that valuable on the internet. I think truth matters, but I mean not in Cecily's case. I think the work of self-discovery is a lot more important than being kind of watchdogs on the internet, making sure that girls are representing themselves as authentically as possible. I'm not really convinced that that's all that useful.